This may be the most risky video I've ever made. Welcome back to the quest for the greatest YouTuber ever. Many of you probably know who Ricky Berwick is for multiple different reasons. As you know, we start off with controversies, and surprisingly, Ricky Berwick has not had that many controversies. Yes, he is very loud, crude, sometimes obnoxious, and overall just crazy, and focuses on a shock factor. He has not committed very many serious offenses. Overall, he's done a very good job of staying out of a very negative light. Yes, he's done very negative, awkward, crazy things, but has never been super serious in that sense. Some of the things that he's done, I mean, he's done some very gross sexual things, and that's a controversy in itself. When you're an internet celebrity, it's a risky thing to do. It was part of his brand, but he put a food up his butt. Terrible. Terrible. Oh god, it's so gross. He's been blocked plenty of times on Twitter by many popular people. When you start off as a Twitter troll, that's what's going to happen. And I mean, that's probably some of his biggest controversies. He yells a lot in his videos. This is very recent. His neighbors are like, wow, someone's really loud. Maybe it's Ricky, so he's looking getting a new studio. That's some small stuff. I mean, just pissing people off is generally his biggest controversies. I don't know. Not very many controversies. I know it's surprising. And before we get into this, I usually say with creators, it depends on who you are. If you would like them, they're not for everyone. Ricky is definitely not for everyone, and the reason he's making it on this list is you can't go on the internet without knowing who Ricky Berwick is, and that is honestly a feat in itself. It's astonishing how he could take something as a Twitter troll concept and make it into something this big. It's an absolute phenomenon, and it's inspiring to some, honestly. What he could do in such a small amount of time with such a small amount of effort starting out, it's impressive, and he deserves to be on this list, and here's why. As you know, we start off by looking at his YouTube channel. You're going to see very quick videos, quick short videos that get to the point very fast. There's something that are going to grab your attention, something that has a wow factor, a shock factor, or one that's just set out to ruin your entire day. Something that is very appealing to a very certain audience. Many of his videos do capture my attention. A lot of them make me cringe, but it's not like a cringe of where you're watching Tana and cringing at how bad it is and how unself-aware she is. It's more of a cringe of he's intentionally doing this, and it's the best cringe that you can have, I guess. While still being like, oh my god, repulsive, you're like, oh my god, he's funny, understands what he's doing, and understands the audience that he's shooting for. When you've got a subscriber base of 1 million, you know you did something right. His earliest video on the channel is 2 years old, which is super impressive. In 2 years to create such a following. Granted, he's been known for quite some time. He's such a successful channel on YouTube and have such a largely well-known name. He was so successful, he managed to troll Alex Jones and get onto that podcast. It's astonishing at what this man can pull off in such a short amount of time. It seems like the sky's the limit for Ricky Berwick. And that's why for his YouTube channel, while it does repulse me at times, we are going to have to be giving that a solid 8. So well done on that, Ricky Berwick. We go into social media now, and this is where Ricky thrives. This is something that is just astonishing to me. I can't get over how successful this man has been on social media. Now, he does have an Instagram, and he posts stuff on there. Plenty good Instagram, right? He posts his creepy stuff, his good stuff. His fans love it. But Twitter, Bunty King, Leon Lush, they've responded to tweets using videos and stuff and quick things that are relevant. Ricky Berwick is one of the most astonishing things I've ever seen on Twitter. If it's a popular tweet by a popular creator, there's a good chance there's a Ricky Berwick video responding. If it's even a random tweet by someone Ricky Berwick follows, there's going to be a Ricky Berwick video. It's so weird to see, and yet so cool at the same time. It is something that launched his career. Being the sorts of cringy, respond, gross out humor is something that launched him. Doing his little tongue flick, doing his creepy stuff, that worked on the internet. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like two perfect things coming together. It launched his career. He got blocked by a bunch of people. Keemstar blocked him and then unblocks him. People get annoyed to block him. Then people get unannoyed and like, I want to see what Ricky's up to. It's because he's catching your attention. He knows what he's doing with these videos, and he's been doing it for quite some time, and he's killing it with it, and it doesn't seem like he's stopping anytime soon. He owned Twitter. It's so cool to see how well he like maneuvered getting banned by all the bad stuff he's done. Like, he's just been maneuvering all around, killing it on social media. And I mean, this is the closest to a 10 I've ever given on a social media. It's going to come in at a 9.5. Ricky, it would be a 10 if I didn't want to puke almost every time I saw it. But I mean, I got to give credit where credit is due. You killed it on social media. You murk. And finally, we look at Ricky Berwick as a creator. He is a very good example of taking what has been given to you and making the best of it. I've already said it, he knows what he's doing. He is a content creator who has found an audience, who has found a following, and has overall just found what works and has done amazing things with it. He knows what his audience wants to see. Now, he's tested a few things, but he's been pretty consistent in what he makes since his start on YouTube. He never came out here to be a commentator. He came out here to make memes, to make goofs, to make laughs, and of course, occasionally make you want to puke, die, or cringe. And with the combination of all of that, he has created the perfect storm of content for a certain amount of people who like to watch it. If you want to just do a study on how well someone can succeed by trolling, I'd recommend going and seeing Ricky Berwick. He is a prime example of how you can make things work. It is just so cool to see. He's accomplished so much. All I can do is applaud this man. Well done, Ricky. As a content creator, we're going to come in at a 7.5, bringing that grand total in at a 25. Well done, Ricky Berwick. Jeez, man, I still can't get over how crazy your content is. And now we compare the last creator with today's creator. Last creator, Rusty Cage. Today's creator, Ricky Berwick. And I mean, the comparison here is the shock value. Rusty Cage started out making music. He found something that he wanted to do to shock people. Edgy song, very complex stories, dark tones, shock factor. Ricky Berwick did not go with the dark tones. Ricky Berwick went with a disgusting factor, or you wouldn't expect someone like Ricky to do something like that. You wouldn't expect a man to do crazy stuff like this, and he does it. Both are shock factors, both are different types of shock factors, and both work with a different type of audience. Of course, they have some of the same audience members, but both of them have very different audience members at the same time. It's just super cool to see how they both made this kind of concept work, both capitalized on it, and have both become very successful from it. I don't think either one of them don't deserve any of the success they've gotten. They both deserve it immensely. Creators like this can succeed on YouTube, especially in a time of, in the sense YouTube has seen some struggles with the way that they've been handling situations, so it is nice to see creators like this succeed. Now, am I going to regret this video? Who knows? But let me just say congratulations, Ricky Berwick, and I hope to see more interesting content. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.